what? Hey, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, all the social media outlets. We'll apologize, man. We'll apologize.
What's up to everybody out there, the Twitter hustlers, everybody over YouTube? Hey, listen, he's still the super producer. Everybody's not perfect. I just put it like that. It's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, now.
Good look. Good look. Good look. Good look.
What?
Mm-hmm. He only can hear me and JB.
Say you're on mute, Q. Just unmute yourself, man.
I am it. Okay, so the people who subscribed, it was Joshua AAB33 from Twitch, appreciate it. It was Still a Nation Live 201 from YouTube, appreciate it. Okay, all right. So T Money, good looking, home, good looking. So we was getting ready to break it down, right? So let's go ahead and get that started real quick. Let me see. Starting with the NFC South, here we go. The NFC South was expected to be a loaded division in 2018. The Saints, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Bucks combined to finish an impressive 10 games over 500 last year. New Orleans won the division and defeated Carolina in the wild card round before losing a tight game to the Vikings in the divisional round. Atlanta upset the Rams in the wild card round but fell to the eventual Super Bowl champion Eagles the following week. Over the last 10 seasons, the division crown has rotated between the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers, with each franchise winning the division at least 3 times. Perhaps the strongest division from top to bottom. The South is known for outstanding quarterback play from former league MVPs Matt Ryan and Cam Newton, likely future Hall of Famer Drew Brees, and former first overall draft pick Jameis Winston. Okay, fellas, what's good? Before we even get into the super duper breakdown, Glass. Mm-hmm. Overall, you saw what happened last season. It was a battle in the South. It was a knockout, drag out slugfest. If you want to take Tampa out of the situation, right? Between Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans, especially Carolina and New Orleans, right? So, what you think?
You know what? I have to agree with the notes. The NFC South seemed to be one of the most competitive divisions in the league. You can't knock it. You had Atlanta Falcons 10-6, and New Orleans Saints and Carolina 11-5. The difference was, I think, the divisional game. I think Carolina had 3-3, and Saints had 4-2. So that's what you want in your division,
right?
Competitiveness. Like you said, Tampa Bay. We all know how about them, but I like what I see. As much as I be banging on you and your team and your league, I have to say they're the most competitive, and I'm impressed with how New Orleans Saints stepped up last year. Nobody really expected that to happen, but hey, it's good. It's a good look.
Yeah, definitely a good look. Listen, look, it hurts for me to be one of the ones to say, listen, the Saints put it on us last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. Like, I know they swept us during the regular season, but that playoff game, I was like, you know what? If we gonna beat them, this will be the game we beat them in. You know what I mean? And it fell short again. JB, what you thought about the performance of the NFC South last year?
Well, I thought, first of all, just because I like defenses, so I was hoping it'd be a duplicate representation of the previous winner, or the one that was seeming to kind of run stuff, but it was the offenses that kind of ran the show.
Yeah.
And it was unexpectedly to me, but not to most people, that Drew Brees was the guy once again.
Yeah, once again, man. You know what? And now, it looked like, I think before last season, it looked like Atlanta, since they had that little Super Bowl appearance or whatever, it looked like they were the team to beat in that division. Carolina was kind of on their heels a little bit, still ain't really rebounded properly from the Super Bowl a couple years before that. But man, the Saints came out of nowhere, dude. And I mean, it was crazy. Miss T Money says the Saints D gelling that fast was one of the biggest surprises of last year. I gotta say, I agree. I definitely agree. Glass, who was the basement dweller? It was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
Oh, no doubt, yes. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 5-11 in the division. They was 1-5.
Wow, 1-5. Okay, so and think what I got here. I got them saying despite winning just 5 games last season, Tampa Bay was quite competitive down the stretch. They're an ascending team that can make some noise next season, while the secondary remains a liability. Linebacking core is rock solid with Levante David, Quan Alexander, and Kendall Beckwith. The Bucs surrounded All-Pro tackle Jared McCoy with Jason Pierre-Paul, Vinny Curry, and Vita Vea on the line that should be much improved. Foreman's Ravens, Ryan Jensen will bring some much-needed toughness to the other side of the ball. Head coach Dirk Cutter is hoping for more consistency from Jameis Winston. He certainly has the weapons to create a high-scoring offense, and tight end O.J. Howard, as well as receivers Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, and Chris Godwin. JB, well, we got to address the monkey in the room first with Jameis Winston, right? It is like confirmed that he is going to miss the first 4 games of the season, right?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Wow. So, just knowing that, do you think that's going to, I know it definitely ain't going to help, but can they survive in this division, with not having that guy for 4 games?
Who's the backup? Ron Fitzpatrick?
Mm-hmm. So. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know if he accounted for any of those 5 wins they had, but not the way Breeze is playing and the way Atlanta is transforming. You can't afford to have any of your guys out.
Yeah.
But that's the
I agree. It's so weird. We say this every year, Glass. We say this every year. If we look at Tampa on paper and we think that they got everything that you could possibly have to run away with this division, but I think it's a couple things, in my opinion, kind of hurt them. Number one, they in this division, right? With quarterbacks like Cam Newton, Drew Brees, and what's the guy's in Atlanta's name? Ryan, Matt Ryan. So that right there is tough in itself. You know what I mean? And then the defenses that they face, and then all the weird stuff that's going on with that team. I don't know, man. Just like looking at it on the surface, Glass, I don't really see room for a whole lot of improvement there. What you got?
To me, I think we have problems with the coaching position and the quarterback position, because if you look at the roster and you just named a couple of them, they picked up Vita Vea with the draft. You got Jason Pierre-Paul. I know he wasn't there last year, but I mean, wide receivers, you got Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson. That ain't bad.
Right.
Running backs, you got Peyton Barber, Doug Martin, and Jaquez Rogers that came from Atlanta, a year or 2 ago?
Uh-huh.
Not bad. So, and your defense was legit in the first place. So if your roster is decent, you got to look at the at the coaching staff and say, oh, what are you not doing?
Right.
Because they've been good. Like you said, we've been looking optimistic towards the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get better and better, but they're getting worse and worse. So I believe this year, if Dirk Cutter doesn't change it around, because this would be his 3rd season, if I ain't mistaken, he out of there.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a tough – you know what? The coaching turnover in Tampa has just been – I don't know, man. I don't know what's causing that. AJM is in the building and said, what up? Mr. Money says, Jameis hasn't shown growth on the field or off.
I agree.
Mike Smith doesn't develop defensive guys. Dirk doesn't make playoffs. He's gone. What do you think about that, JB?
Well, first I want to say the NFC South, in my opinion, is the most finesse and playbook executed division in the NFL, in my opinion. With that, what I'm saying is that you can't afford to squeak a game out just with talent. If you look at all these teams, all the teams in this division win games by game plan.
Yeah,
they win it by play execution. If you think about it, and without your guys, if Jameis Winston is your dude, you got to have him. You can't have a guy that come in and struggle with your playbook, or you won't win in this division. That's just my opinion.
And the thing is about it is I think even if Jameis wasn't facing the suspension, he's still Jameis Winston, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So exactly, that's still a thing. We still got to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. With all them weapons and everything they done did, and they done changed, and brought people in and stuff like that. And let me just take a quick peek at their schedules to see if any surprises in here. Early, they got the Saints at the Saints. Super Bowl champions. They're going to see Philly. Going to see the Steelers. Got the Bears come in. They get on a bye week. Then they face the Falcons in Atlanta. Cleveland. They got their schedule is tough. Bengals, Panthers on the road. Washington to come in there. Then they got the Giants. They got the Niners in there. They got the Panthers in there. Saints in there. So you got them 3 games back to back at home though. Then they got the Ravens and the Cowboys on the road, and the Falcons. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this, and honestly, man,
I'm scratching my pick right now.
You know what I mean? Like, JB, look, I can't even go first on this. I can't even do it. I'm going to you first. What you think?
Well, how long Jameis got out?
4 games. So he
then
he won't come back until after the bye. Face the Falcons on the road.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna say the same record to be kind, because they're gonna start out in the hole, man. I mean, you without your guy, and the Super Bowl champions on there. Your division foe is on there, number 1, and Drew Brees know how important this game is. If just week 1 against your division rival, you got to have it. Steelers gonna be on the mission. Chicago might be the only game that's 50-50 to me.
Yeah.
But I feel like they'll know that the Bucs are wounded without the guy in the center. So, plus it's at their stadium, so I don't know, but I don't like the chances.
So you got them at 5-11 again.
You got them at 5-11?
Yeah, just to be fair.
Man, I think we're gonna take a step back, man. Look, they can win on the road in Chicago, right? Maybe with the backup quarterback. See, that's a tough one. They got a backup quarterback in Chicago. When your boy come back, they got Cleveland coming in there. They might have stand a chance against Cleveland. I like Cleveland this season though, so that's a question mark for me. Washington, the new look Washington with Alex Smith with the controls. I don't know about that one either. Jimmy Garoppolo with the 49ers. I got them. Man, they'd be lucky if they could look Glass. I'm gonna keep it real. They'd be lucky if they can win 3 games this season, man. I'm be straight up. I don't think they can win 3 games. I think that's gonna be the max.
Okay. Listen, I had 4-12 at first until you ran off the schedule.
Yeah.
I'm saying 3-13, and I'm being generous.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So I'm saying 3-13 with you.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind these guys was competitive down the stretch. They lost by small margins.
They were, but
they was proven to be playoff teams. So you have to.
But here's the problem, though, JB. They only won 5 games, and the schedule that was a lot softer than this one. This time they go in their first 4 games without their starting quarterback, and then they got like a really rough schedule. It's just it just ain't cut out for them.
What did they do? What did they do within the division?
1-5.
Yeah, 1-5.
Oh yeah, okay. Glass, you on the money, bro.
Yeah. So Daniel Camp is in the building. What's up, Daniel Camp? Pete Briscoe has the Bucs beating the Steelers and has the Panthers losing to the Steelers and the Browns. Team Money say 5-7 wins is the way you see the Bucs. 7 is that's a lot.
This person must be a Steelers fan since everybody's losing to the Steelers.
Maybe. I don't.
Hey, I'm not mad. Listen, that's what you're supposed to say. So,
you know what I mean? There you go, right? So it is what.
But
it is.
in the event that doesn't happen, you have to come back.
Right. You know what it is.
You have to say the same stuff.
Absolutely. So okay, someone says they only beat Saints in Week 17 last year. Yeah, but you know what? They can say they beat the Saints.
But see, that's Week 17.
And it's Week 17.
Nobody really
right. You know what I'm saying? So, Sev Cisneros just subscribed. Thanks for the subscription, homie. Definitely appreciate it. Sev Cisneros? Yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, that's my boy, Denver Broncos fan. If I'm not mistaken, what up, bro?
Okay, good stuff. There you go. All right, Glass, what's the next one, man?
All right, man. We coming up about the dungeon, and we're going to hit with the meat of the division. We got the Atlanta Falcons finish the season 10-6 and finish 4-2 in the division.
Wow, 4-2 in the division.
Yeah.
What else we got here? The Falcons added rookie receiver Calvin Ridley in the draft to alleviate pressure from Julio Jones. They got Sanu in there and a 2-headed rushing attack featuring Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman. Coordinator Steve Sarkisian's offense is one of the most versatile in the NFL. Atlanta's defense is predicated on speed at all 3 levels. Deion Jones is the best cover linebacker in the game today. I don't know if I agree with that. And a defensive back trio of Desmond Trufant, Keanu Neal, and Ricardo Allen compare favorably within the division. Up front, Grady Jarrett leads the charge while the team is hoping for more pressure off the edges from Vic Beasley and Tack McKinley. The Falcons could be in store for another deep playoff run if everything comes together for Dan Quinn's squad. JB, do you agree with that assessment?
They have to clean up some stuff in-house, man. I mean, I know it's early and all this, but I mean, you go as he go. I don't care who else is there.
Well, you know what? So let's address it, Glass. Let's address it. JB, you hinted at it. Okay, so this Julio situation. Let me say this first. Because this is the issue I got with that. And I understand, people getting signed and things are moving around during the offseason. But if I ain't mistaken, this is year 3 of Julio's deal. This is year 3 of his deal. Okay,
and it was top heavy.
Look. So you signed that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about right now? I mean, look. Him and Le'Veon Bell, they got some issues, man. And I don't know, Glass. I don't feel bad for Julio Jones right now. I can't. I don't. Because look, you signed that, and I know things are happening around the league, and you see it. And dude, you signed that deal. I don't know. What you got, Glass? What you think?
All right, now let me ask you this: are you comparing Le'Veon Bell to Julio Jones?
Well, sort of, kinda. It's the
man.
thing.
Le'Veon Bell, he been getting franchise tag twice now.
Okay.
He deserved his money.
Okay.
Now, whether they gonna pay for the player's performance or for the position, that's on them. But I'm with Le'Veon Bell. Stop playing around and start paying me.
Right.
But back to Julio Jones, just like you said, you're on the 3rd year of it was a 3 or 4 year deal.
Right. I think it was 5? What, 3 or 4?
And it was top heavy, so you got all your money up front. Now that you're getting trickles and everybody else getting paid, you want to try to jump back into the money pool? Nah, man. I'm always for the player when it comes to money, but once you sign it, I don't feel for you no more.
Right. Listen, this is what it is, Jay, because you love us. You love the stat that he put on Carolina a couple years ago. In 2015, he ran 300 yards up on the Carolina Panthers. I think it was Josh Norman, as a matter of fact. I think that's what it was. Was it Josh Norman? Anyway,
it didn't matter. It was every DB on the field, on the sidelines, and on your practice squad.
Okay. You ain't got to go into detail. I'm just trying to make a point here, okay? You know what I'm saying, right? But then, after that, what happened? They went to the Super Bowl, right? He had a really good run that year. So he's thinking, I need to be paid, even though it ain't really time for that yet. Like, I think they should be focused on getting back to the Super Bowl again while they still got the squad intact, instead of him, doing what he's doing right now, Jay. That's just the way I feel about Jay. Where you at?
Well, I mean, like y'all to what y'all was saying, man. You signed that deal that you in. That deal ain't up, so it ain't up for discussion. So all the noise that you're making, you just being a big time distraction. Because who would talk to somebody or negotiate a deal that it ain't time for? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now other guys are getting paid because they're striking while their moment is hot.
Right.
He had his moment, but he signed a front loaded deal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoever you consulting with, you need to be pitching a bitch at them, not Mr. Blank, because he gave you what you wanted.
Listen, if that dude don't come his ass to camp or show up to when it's time for him to show up, whether he try to force their hand on the contract or not, Atlanta's in trouble. Well, if they don't have Julio Jones in that lineup, they
willing to want to play.
Right. They become a pedestrian team, Glass. They become. I mean, because
so?
I think. I mean, look, I like their running back situation. I do. I like the defense they showed last year. I thought it was pretty good. I think they deserve their ranking on defense and everything like that. But man, I mean, the offense takes a hit if you ain't got Julio.
Didn't they draft a receiver in the second round?
They did.
In the first round, Alabama.
Okay, who is it? Ridley?
Yep.
Okay, message sent. That's why Julio has been doing what he's doing. Listen, you see it every time when a legendary or once in a generation player, no matter what his position is, they draft first round in their position, they get into this feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's happening to my team. We got Lamar. Joe's renewed somehow. I've been following this whole story. So I mean, even Roethlisberger was feeling some type of way with Rudolph.
Right. Absolutely.
So they already drafted his replacement. Okay, Julio, you want to be moaning about a deal a year before your original one is up? You could be out.
And he act like he forgot that quick. about his boy Roddy White. Let me go to the
exactly, and his situation when he came in.
Absolutely, you know,
Good
the
point.
same
Good
situation,
point.
right? I'm gonna go to the comment section real quick. T-Money says the Falcons may be the one to miss the playoffs this year because they got weak mentality. Daniel Camp said, but as Panther fans, we should hope that the dysfunction continues. I don't have to look. I'm all about it. Mr. T-Money says Julio seeing Cook, Watkins get money. Plus, with Ridley in the house, he remembers knowing how they did Roddy. There you go.
Right.
And Dan Camp said it was 2015 or 2016 when I was talking about that thing. Josh Norman had already left Carolina. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I forget who. I just know, JB, you had a good time clowning me about that. You know, when
they have sent a message to Julio Jones.
Yeah.
They drafted a top 10 prospect in the first round from the same alma mater.
Yeah,
you better watch yourself.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Watch yourself, man.
Dave Kemp said 11-5, 10-6 for Atlanta. Continue with issues with Julio will hurt that record. Anwar Muhammad's in the building. What up, Anwar?
Hey, Anwar. That's what's a Raven. Let's go.
He said really is going to be a stud too. Okay, so let me take a look at this. I'm going to take a quick peek at it. Let's see. They open the season up in Philly. Come back home to face the Panthers and the Saints and the Bengals. Then you got going back out to see the Steelers. The Bucks come in. Giants come in. They're on a bye. They go on the road 2-game stretch against the Washington team and Cleveland. They come back to face Cowboys on the road again against the Saints. Ravens come in there. They go see Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Cardinals come in there and they finish the season on the road against Carolina and Tampa. You know, this is like still a strong schedule. I really believe that they can pull 8-9 games out of that. JB, what you think?
You got to do two scenarios here because Ridley's going to be a stud.
Yeah.
All right. So with a happy Julio Jones, they're going to be a force.
Yeah.
But I don't foresee that. So just based on the schedule, I think they take a 2-game setback or 3.
Yeah.
And perhaps within the division because these teams know you better than anybody.
Right.
So without prepping for a Julio Jones, the whole game changed. We seen that in real time. You know, when Julio was out here and there.
Yeah.
So well, what did they do last year?
11-5.
I'm
sorry, 10-6. 10-6.
Okay, well they'll go a possible 9-7 or 8-8, and that definitely won't get it done in the South.
It definitely won't, and that's exactly what I got. Maybe somewhere around 8 or 9. That's what I'm. You know, like I said, unless something changed. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Glass. I don't think Julio's gonna get that money before the season starts. I don't think he's gonna get it. So,
no way.
So that's gonna play a part. I don't know, Glass. What you got?
Okay, I hear what you're saying about Julio Jones. He's an important part, but he's not like the only part. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't like Beckham in the New York Giants. Once he left them, it was over.
Right.
Julio Jones, if he don't come back, like we said, the rookie Calvin Ridley, he gonna bomb. They already got Sanu. They got the tight end Hooper.
Yeah.
You got the run game. So I believe the setback is if Julio doesn't come in, and I got to say it, offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian, he got to step his game up. This is what, second year?
Yeah.
Back there, he got to have some kind of game plan to help Matt Ryan out with all the weapons he got. So with all that being said, I trust Dan Quinn. I think he's gonna do a good job. They finished 10-6 last year. I'm staying 10-6 again this year.
I don't think so. They're gonna drop at least one more game in that class. I just got to feel it.
Listen, man. Listen, Glass. If it was Tyler Gabriel, which I know he's not there, but if it was Sanu, let's do better than that. Let's talk about a guy that's there. He's having issues, contract issues. He ain't showing up for camp. And the team absorbed that. But we're talking about Julio Jones.
Right.
Okay.
I hear you. But
even if he's there, and I mean, this guy's he leading both ways. He leading with his play, and he leading just in general as one of the top producers on that team. So it's gonna hurt, man. We see it. We see this.
It's gonna be a trickle
season in, season out.
Anwar, he says the offense took a step back last year as soon as Kyle Shanahan left. I gotta agree with that 100%. Sarkisian ain't been able to replicate or even come close to even doing what Shanahan was able to do on that nice Super Bowl run and stuff like that. He says Mr. T Money says that 3-game stretch to open will be the tell of the tape. If they start bad, they're mentally weak. So if they ain't gonna make it. Dan Camp said I think Julio will play. He just won't be really happy. The T Money says Julio is the only person to demand double teams. Sark hurts their offense. Anwar, he already said that. Daniel said I think really is going to be good or really, really good. but I don't think he's a stud. He's no Julio Jones.
Oh, no doubt.
With Julio, Ridley would be amazing.
Yes.
Trust me, he'll benefit like Juju Smith is from Antonio Brown.
Absolutely.
Easy.
Yes.
Or better.
And the team money finish it up, say defensively, they don't know which Beasley they would get. But they got other people. They got some defensive guys. They had some dudes, a dude down there last year who was really disruptive.
That was bold.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Glass, you the shining beacon of hope for the Atlanta Falcons. Like me and Jamie ain't got much.
So what you saying? You didn't send me what you saying?
Look, I was going 9. I'm gonna go 8-8. I'm gonna go ahead and say 8-8. Right. I think I'm gonna finish 8-8. And I just think that's gonna just happen. I don't think 3 of us are going back to the playoffs again this year. I don't think that's gonna happen. So we're gonna forget about that. That happened once. Ain't gonna happen again. Okay. Now it's time to talk about my beloved. You know what I'm saying, right? We're gonna talk about my beloved. What you got on the Glass? All right,
we had Carolina Panthers finished the season 11-5 and finished 3-3 in the division.
Yeah, not super proud of that. Not super proud of that. Especially the New Orleans sweep. That hurt really bad. But let me run it down for you. It says Ron Rivera's group often exceeds expectations. The strength of the Panthers is clearly their linebacking core of Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis and Shaq Thompson. They brought in Dontari Poe to a team with disruptive defensive tackle Kawan Short this offseason, yet Carolina's secondary can be exposed on occasion. Norv Turner will take over an offense that has transformed itself from a plotting unit into a group that feels an abundance of quick, versatile playmakers such as Christian McCaffrey, rookie DJ Moore, and second-year man Curtis Samuel. If it remains to be seen, this change in offensive strategy can work with Cam Newton's skill set. I think I saw today that Julius Peppers and Samuel, I think they own the pup, I think, right now.
Peppers didn't pass his physical.
Right, so that's the thing, you know what I mean? Okay, JB, listen, we saw what happened last year. Carolina was weird. It was a hit and miss situation. Like, I think they didn't show up. They shrunk in games they were supposed to kind of be like really be big in, and then they kind of like just lackluster, barely squeaking by when games they should have really dominated. I was disappointed in the performance of the team last year on a couple different levels, right? But let's start at the running back position. That's the one that's messing with me the most. Okay, so like we know that what's his face is gone. What's his name? Running back Stewart is gone. So we kind of putting all our eggs in the basket with Christian McCaffrey. Everybody who know me know I'm not like 100% sold. JB, this running back position, look, if this was once upon a time a vaunted running back core that was in Carolina, including the quarterback, we far from that now. What you think?
I don't like. I'm not sold on McCaffrey either. I think he's a bit small. Even though I saw some photos of him and he bulking up, but the way Carolina's offense is set up, to me McCaffrey don't pose a threat on running the ball first and second down between the tackles. That's what made Cam Newton who he was, because of Jay Stewart and Artis Payne and Fozzie. Those guys, they knew that you was going to take a blow as a tackler one way or the other, and now that's not the case.
Right.
You still got to account for McCaffrey. Don't get me wrong, but you don't think twice about making that tackle as a defender. Right. You go ahead and make that tackle.
Lance, one of your former running backs is now here to take Jonathan Stewart's place in C.J. Anderson. Somebody in the comment section, I think his name Kemp, he said C.J. Anderson is better than Jonathan Stewart. What you think about that?
I forget it. That guy got traded to Carolina. Okay.
Yeah.
So now it's short up. Sorry.
No problem. No problem. Is it? Because I like me some C.J. Anderson, especially when he was with my Denver Broncos. But he's on the downside if I'm mistaken. Norv Turner, he ain't ish as a head coach, but he's a great offensive coordinator, so that's a plus for you guys.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's gonna be Cam Newton. We all know that. Like I've always said it, time and time again, season to season, y'all don't impress me with the wide receiver cores that you had.
Right.
And I see in the comment section somebody said they got Torrey Smith, and
what was Edward? He said it's going to be an interesting connection. Like he didn't say what that mind blowing going on.
I'm just saying I like DJ Moore from Maryland. Okay. That's a good pick. That's a good pickup. So you got glimpse. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're gonna get the same. If Cam Newton, as long as Cam Newton stay healthy, y'all have a chance. But don't let him get hurt.
But look at what they did with the wide receiver core they had a couple years ago, which nobody look. Okay, the one wide receiver that everybody was giving props to went down before the season even started. And they made an awesome run with the wide receiver quarter had, who was a bunch of no-name guys who ain't even on the team no more, right?
Then once again, who did I say? As long as Cam Newton stay healthy, y'all have a chance. It's all because all surrounds Cam Newton and the defense. And as long as Luke Kuechly doesn't get
right, so that's another thing.
Get his brain rattled again.
That's
y'all
another
good.
thing. So you got and let's address that. Let's address that, JB. You got Luke Kuechly, who was he got this concussion thing. He's kind of susceptible for concussions, and we're dealing with the 4-game suspension of Thomas Davis, right? So
wait. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, JB.
No, go right on.
Antoine Muhammad said Devin Funchess is becoming a good player, in my opinion.
Devin Funchess is nice, man. We're just talking about. Devin Funchess is nice. Funchess is nice.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, Glass. Nice, when he was targeted in the red zone, he came through.
Funchess is nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, they've had guys there that drop passes on a regular basis. He is not one of those dudes.
He's not.
Okay.
He may not be.
Maybe I got the wrong mindset.
Well, he might not be. He might not be flashy.
You're thinking about the rookie Funchess from his rookie season when they wasn't really targeting him like that.
Right.
But Funchess done stepped up. He the man now, bro.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He may not jump off the page.
I'm sorry, he don't have too much of a competition. Yeah, he the man. Ain't nothing but it.
It is what it is, right?
Come on, man.
Anyway, back to what we was talking about the defense. Defense
Go ahead, JB. I'm sorry.
Listen, like I said, Luke with the concussions and the 4-game suspension of Thomas Davis. Go ahead, JB. What you think?
I think they'll be all right. I think the defense won't take a step. There's guys behind Kuechly that's capable. They're granted now. There's no replacing a guy like Thomas Davis either. But there's guys that can play and beside Kuechly on the team.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we got Mayo. You got another guy. You got Thompson.
It's some people that step up. It's just like everybody know what Luke Kuechly bring when he's on the football field. When he's healthy, everybody know what he gonna do when he's out there. And then if Thomas Davis is missed for the first 4 games, I'm nervous. Even though I have faith in Shaq Thompson and everything, and and Dontari Poe, I seen what he done when he was in Atlanta. I don't know how.
Your Mike linebacker is still in there, so he calling the plays.
If he can stay healthy, but if he can stay healthy. So let me address the conversation real quick. Anderson is younger, Jay Stu is older with more tread on the tires. T Money says CJ had 1,000-yard year last year. Last time Jay Stu had 1,000 yards was double era, which is a long time ago. And one said Devin Funchess is becoming a good player in my opinion. T Money says this problem with our best wide receiver core. It's probably our best wide receiver core in Cam era. Funchess, DJ, Torrey, Jarius, Demir Bird, Curtis Samuel. I like it. I do. See, what's funny? First of all, what's funny? What's funny?
Is that the best y'all ever had?
Why? Because we don't have names like. Who you got on your team? You ain't got no wide receivers in your team either.
You just throw anything in the lot. I'm not impressed with the wide receiver. That's just me. I'm not impressed with wide receiver core.
Glass, they said that one year and Cam went to the Super Bowl.
And actually, T Money got a point.
What did you just say? Because
this squad is nice though. This squad I think is better than that one with alligator arms and them little This squad is nice. I got faith in the squad. Okay. I do. You know what I'm saying? And let's see. First and finally cut. Thank God. Finally, I'm thinking so. N1 said Jarius Wright is a nice addition. Good slot receiver. T-Money said we drafted 2 linebackers, Jermaine Carter and Smith from UNC. Speed on top of speed. Okay, so when we look at it, we'll take a quick peek look at their schedule. They open up at home against Dallas, on the road to Atlanta. You got the Bengals coming in early bye week in week 4. Got the Giants coming in. 2-game road trip. Washington, Philadelphia, right? Ravens coming here. JB, we got to go to that game. Bucks coming here, right? Then we got going out to see the Steelers. We got the Lions. Seahawks coming here. Bucks on the road. Browns on the road.
What week is that?
That is October 28th, week 8.
You need to get on that.
Yeah, we do. Okay, anyway. Where was I? Okay, yeah, week 15. Saints come in. Falcons come in. And then we go back out and face the Saints again for the season finale in New Orleans, right? So we got the Saints at the end of the season, and we got them twice in a 3-week succession, right? So we don't have to really deal with them messing up our division performance early in the season. Okay, with that being said, okay, JB, what you got?
Just the schedule is not as brutal as the Panther schedules of the past. They usually get like the strength of schedule in the top 10. I don't know why they was doing the Panthers like that, but it seemed almost every year they get a strength of schedule in the top 10. I'd say they take at 10-6 because the Saints are getting stronger. I mean, if you thought their offense was impressive, their defense has shown up.
And listen,
it seemed like almost out of nowhere, so they're going to be the king of the crop to me.
And I'm respecting them, JB, and I'm glad we got them at the end of the season. I'm just glad, because if it ever come down to that bull crap like it came down to, well, we got to face them another time in the playoffs, I'd rather, whatever happens at the end of the season where we already got everything locked up. Anyway, Glass, where you at? Because I'm feeling you ain't that optimistic.
Man, listen, unless your secondary is still shot after that Josh Norman evacuation. I'm just saying. After everything's said and done, after you told me about the schedule, I'm going to go ahead. As long as Cam Newton stay healthy, I'm going to give y'all 11-5.
Ooh.
You didn't think I was going to say that,
No, I didn't think you was going to say that. Listen, you agree with T-Money. T-Money got 11-5. Okay, hold on. Whoa, I see a lot of 11-5s popping up in here. Hold on, let me go back up here real quick. T-Money got 11-5. Anwar said, we can't forget about Greg Olsen. Dude has produced year after year.
No doubt.
We didn't even have him on the list.
That's going to be a void. And I hope Dennis Dixon is not your void filler.
I know, right? No, it's Ed Dixon.
Hey, right? that guy. Let's speak about the significance of that. I'm sorry. Were you reading comments, Q?
I was.
Go ahead, man.
T-Man was like the shortest distance to travel in the league this year. I agree with that. Anwar, another one, got Panthers at 11-5. T-Man said 11-5 last year with little to no Greg Olsen. Yeah, he was out a lot of the season. And Anwar said, hopefully the Panthers beat the Saints this year. I'm with you. I'm hoping that happened too. Glass shaking his head. T-Winner says drafted Dante Jackson, signed Russ Cockrell, and getting corner Elder back from last year.
He's a reserve.
He's an Ed Dixon go. Okay.
But hey, let me. Who was the leading receiver for the past 2 seasons for Carolina? Greg Olsen's name was not first.
No,
he wasn't third. I tell you that.
No, but I think Funches was our guy like last season, right?
Now DJ Moore could have something to say about that, but. That offense seemed predicated.
So, I mean, look, it's some good stuff happening in the Carolina.
Yeah,
bro.
but that offense seemed to be predicated toward a more sure-handed fellow.
Right.
Even when Dixon was in there, when Olsen was out, I saw balls going to the plays drawn up for that down and distance. So the tight end going to be, pretty significant in that playbook. Yeah, and I'm begging to see who that might be.
Well, I'm excited to see you, Glass, and Anwar, and T-Money, and a couple other people with that big number of 11-5. I think that's great. I'm nervous about the first 4 games and the defense on the first 4 games. Look, granted, it's Dallas, it's Atlanta, it's Cincinnati, and New York, right? Mm-hmm. Wow, New York coming here too. So, man, I might be able to go to a couple games this season. Vernie's Giants are coming to town.
You ain't got Denver on there nowhere?
No, I got Denver on here.
You don't want to go to that one anyway. That would be a blowout. Bad.
But I mean, okay, so now I feel a little bit better. I'm looking at it again. It's Dallas, it's Atlanta, it's Cincinnati, and New York. I think we can get by them without Thomas Davis. I think so. You know what I mean? So I think so. So, but I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go ahead and knock it down by 1 game. I'm gonna say 10-6, which still. So far, because we went over this is the 13 when I went over so far, they got the biggest lead of any team that we done covered so far. So they in the driver's seat, depending on what the Saints do. So we got to look at the Saints next, and we'll see what they do.
Before we move on, I just want, as much as I bashed your secondary, I have to give y'all credit for what you're drafting, because in your second round, you went and got Dante Jackson from LSU as your cornerback, and you went and got Rashawn Golden from Tennessee, my beloved Tennessee, as another quarterback.
See,
so
the only thing about that is
one of y'all, you want one out of them 2 to go ahead and step their game up.
Yeah, but it's still young dudes, man.
You gotta take rookie lumps, man.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You say they're young dudes, but look what the Saints did last year with Lattimore.
I know. I mean, we just
but he's a stud. He was a stud type of guy, though, man. He wasn't.
Okay.
Panthers got FSU's in the building. What is up? Panthers got FSU. Olsen was hurt last season. Anwar said y'all drafted Ian Thomas from Indiana. He's the Baltimore area. Hopefully he can replace Olsen when he retires. 2 months said all 4 of those teams, no secrets. We know what they're doing. Anwar says, isn't Kirk Coleman gone? I think he is. Daniel Camp 12-4. Look, Daniel. Look, I feel you, bro. I don't know about that, but I like it though. Team Winner said yes. He went to the Saints. Coleman's gone. Golden, who Jalen Ramsey says will be great, supposed to get safety looks. Okay, and we got a zone corner in Cockrell. Yeah, I think Carolina.
Cockrell from Pittsburgh.
Just reading the comments, bro.
That's everything right there. Doesn't
you know what I mean?
Man, that guy got a lot of burn marks on him, man.
What you gonna do?
Third degree burn
JB.
marks.
I agree with you, man.
Wow.
But hey, he may have needed a new environment.
Yeah, exactly.
You never know, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we got Carolina in a pretty good position to fight for the crown again this year. But let's see who the dudes with the crown. Let's see what they got to say. That's where we at.
The NFC Division champs, New Orleans Saints, finished the season 11-5, finished the division 4-2.
17-year vet Drew Brees will rely heavily upon tailback Alvin Kamara. I hate this dude's name. I just, you know what I'm saying? And wide out Michael Thomas as the primary playmakers behind an improved offensive line. The Saints also added former Bears receiver Cameron Meredith and former Ravens tight end Benjamin Watson to round out the receiving corps. Lockdown corner Marshawn Lattimore completely changed their defense last year, and he should take the next step into elite status in his second season. Defensive end Cameron Jordan supplied the pass rush, but their linebackers remain vulnerable. New Orleans will need further improvement from their defense, including rookie first-rounder Marcus Davenport, in order to match up with top teams in the NFC. I do agree, but at the end of the day, we got to do something about Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, until we do something, we figure out the combination to slow this man down. I mean, because listen, the Saints, they gave away their number one draft pick to the Patriots, right? And still ran roughshod in their own division. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you have to do? And then with Kamara and what's the other guy who ran with Kamara?
Mark Ingram.
Yeah, Ingram. I mean, look, I think Carolina did a good job in the second game, kind of slowing down Kamara and Ingram. But man, it's just they're a lot to deal with. Glass. What you got?
Y'all in trouble. Carolina Panthers, y'all in trouble because they ain't do nothing but reload. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We already, like you said, Drew Brees. There's nothing to say about Drew Brees. Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, the two-headed monster.
Yeah.
Ted Ginn, you remember Ted Ginn?
He
did some damage last year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's just too much. It's too much. I can't see nothing changing. They're gonna win the division again. Sorry,
wow, it's straight up like that. That's how you go.
Man, I ain't gonna waste time.
Wow. Look, hold on. Let me go back here because now we got something cooking up here. Let me see. LBH, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you coming through. I don't know who that is, but appreciate it. T Money says he said my mic was low. Is that better? Is that I sometimes I get away from it and it get low. T Money says he agreed with JB. Cockrell is bad. Still the secondary has been bad. Daniel says Cockrell was rated above average by PFF after last year with the Giants. Aries. What's happening, Aries? You late, bro?
Aries.
You late, bro.
Aries.
What's happening, man? What's going on, Aries? Yeah, right. I'm saying. Aries in the building. What up, Aries? What's happening? He said, damn, I missed. I tried to race home. Yeah, I know, he said he had that thing. You know what I'm saying? It was all good. T Money says Saints D is okay as long as the health of Cameron Jordan is there. He's a whole pass rush. And one said Mark Ingram is suspended, though. I didn't know this. I didn't know. For how many games? What's that? Mark Ingram.
Wait, say what? Yeah, 4 games. He's suspended 4 games, I think, for PEDs. What that mean?
I don't know. He said, LBH says we're also getting another tight end because Manhurst is hurt. So LBH is, I'm assuming, is the Saints fan that's in the building. What up, Saints fans? What's happening? You know what I mean? Peasant Scott FSU says Norv, CJ Anderson, Jerry is right, Torrey Smith, Poe, etc. Cam in best shape of his life. Panthers look way better on paper right now. Ingram gone 4 games. Cameron Meredith has potential too, and Michael Thomas is a straight up stud. Breeze going on 40 years old.
Daniel Camp, my man. He said Breeze going on 40 years old.
Yeah, look.
And
I know.
Is he not still top 5?
that don't really mean much these days.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
real. And I have to say, y'all got to watch out for Cameron Meredith. Only reason why my hometown Bears didn't keep him because he was injury prone, but if he stay healthy, that's another weapon y'all got worried.
Yeah, he could play. Him and Bellamy wasn't a bad tandem up there.
You know, here's the thing.
They had to get Speed Trubisky up, but that's another conversation.
Right. Listen, I'm just worried about because Carolina proved that they can slow down the running game. Because listen, I'm telling you, New Orleans was running roughshod over pretty much everybody in the NFC with them 2 running backs, right? Mainly Alvin Kamara, and also he was being able to catch out of the backfield, all that good stuff. But I think Carolina proved that, you know what, that's not what's going to beat us. They still ain't figured out how to deal with this Drew Brees situation, especially with our inexperience in the secondary, right? Which always makes me nervous. And y'all talking about putting more rookies back there, you know what I mean? Like, that ain't gonna solve the problem, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if we can't get no pass rush, I mean, look, I know they've bolstered their offensive line, making it harder and harder to get hands on Drew Brees. Listen, man, I still feel like New Orleans is a problem, you know what I mean? But I think Carolina should learn from what happened last season and bring a better game plan. JB, what you think about that?
First, what you asking me about?
About how Carolina can solve the Drew Brees problem.
You don't. You better be trying to solve the defense, but you don't solve Drew Brees. You know, I guess what they say about Rodgers and Brady, you keep them on the sideline.
Oh, okay.
As far as my predictions for the division and what they'll do, I think they'll go 13-3 this time. I think that the worst thing has happened between last season and the season before. The worst thing has happened is that Drew Brees was supposed to have no receivers, was supposed to amass nowhere close to a 4,000-yard season. Okay. Wasn't supposed to be in MVP consideration, period. Okay. So now what has happened is that Drew Brees made something out of nothing, minus some names. They gained some names. Then the very worst thing happened is that he got a sliver of defense. He's getting extra possessions. It's over. And they only going to get better.
Hold up. See, look, dude, you say stuff like it's over. I'll be like, what is that? You got
they swept y'all trying to figure it out. They were still in figure out. This was before they figured it out.
Right.
They swept y'all. So you have to understand. I mean, y'all really ain't no pushover. We're talking about 11-5 team. Okay. Right. So you know, I mean, really, wild, you have to give Drew Brees and
look, I respect
a rookie and a guy. Because after Junior Gillette left, Cam Jordan kind of disappeared for a little bit. And all of a sudden he's back out of nowhere.
Let's see. Back to the comment section real quick. LBH is a Panthers fan. Okay, my bad, bro. I didn't. Okay, cool. Make sure you gotta let them know, because you gotta say it. You gotta say it loud and proud. He says, better year, DJ or Ridley. I think it's gonna be a tough one to call. Aries says, Breeze has a down year for the time catches up with him.
Nah.
I don't know. Is that wishful thinking, Mr. Aries Falcon? Is that what's going on right there? Mr. T-Money says, Meyerowitz, OS, Panthers backup, tight end, so LBH probably Panthers fan. Okay, cool. Daniel Kemp says, guess what? At some point he's going to fall off likely. That's what they said about Tom Brady. Then he winds up in the Super Bowl. So Daniel said he think it'll be pretty sudden that he fall off. I don't know. Y'all agree with that?
Breeze.
Breeze, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Wishful thinking.
That's what that is. Okay. Mr. T. Says Michael Thomas and Ginn was our issue. Ginn, though, man.
No doubt.
You would think that, we would know about Ted Ginn, but he's a 50-50 guy, though. I don't know.
Hey, it's about the guy who's throwing the ball.
Thank you.
That guy. Hey,
really,
man. Breeze will throw him open. Breeze will look you off. We talking about a vet, man. Get out of here.
Okay.
It could be anybody.
Have you seen his pregame ritual? Man, come on, dude.
Look, y'all shining this man up like he the second.
Hey, okay, I got them cables on him, man.
Oh, okay.
Listen, man.
Hey, man, you got swept. They swept y'all.
Wow, JB, really? Thanks, Captain Obvious. Okay, and
when you get, hey, listen here, y'all was established, okay?
Yeah, right.
Going into these matchups, Breeze them was trying to figure it out.
Listen, man,
they pulled the broom out.
Listen,
Dante Jackson could run with Ginn.
Okay,
but what about what's his name? Michael Thomas.
Right.
Y'all just picked up Cam Meredith. There's a lot of weapons, and you got a lot of young talents in your backfield. We're going to see what y'all got.
Listen, if Carolina can go back to defensive form where quarterbacks that had that kind of time to breathe. I mean, because listen, we know Drew Brees can be surgical if he got some time. The thing is, I mean, that, we got to get to him. I think if Carolina do what Carolina does best and put the pressure up front, like that's the strength of the Carolina Panthers defense. It ain't in the back. I mean, obviously, them dudes back there getting toasted like free lunch. You know what I'm saying? So we know what the problem is. It's just they got to put hands on that man.
Yeah,
you
but you got to be a savvy secondary player to not be fooled by the likes of Breeze, Rodgers, and Brady. Okay, so Norman Coleman, them guys back there when they was getting Drew Brees to throw picks or make mistakes. And them veterans, them guys, they crafty. These young fellas you got back there, ain't no way. They taking the bait every time.
Right. And we talking about Breeze against your secondary. What about Cam against Lattimore?
Right.
I'm sure he's still having nightmares off of that.
Probably more than likely.
I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real with y'all.
Didn't
I know y'all
get him twice.
Yes.
So look, I know Anwar ain't talking about because I'm agreeing with. He said Bradbury gonna get roasted by the time to stop it. He said, oh, because T Money was like Bradbury on Michael Thomas. I don't know T Money. I'm agree with Anwar on this one. Like Bradbury wasn't my favorite dude last year. It just wasn't right. His highlight reel just wasn't gangster at all. You know
I don't know why y'all cut Sanchez. He pretty good corner, man.
Bradbury has had 2 years of experience now, and Cockrell is a vet. Mike Adams is a vet. Searcy is a vet. It's a mix of vets and younger guys. Okay, that's come from Daniel Camp. T Money says KK has to be dominant. KK not just above average like last year. I agree with that 100%. Because he's going to be the generator of them sack numbers right there. Adams and Coleman had no recovery speed. Panthers got up, as you said, Cam is 2-0 versus Rodgers. Cam is 2-0 versus Brady. Yeah.
What they got to do with Breeze?
I mean, they got nothing to do with Breeze, but
Breeze got a current sweep over the Carolina Panthers.
Right,
okay.
Sanchez was worried about.
Breeze got too much working for him right now. Running game is A+. It ain't won't start out that way, but it don't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
They got defense, man. Get out of here.
This guy says not with Julio not playing and him not coming and having a feud will have an effect on your team. And I agree with that. So, but that still ain't got nothing to do with how we're gonna take care of the New Orleans Saints Drew Brees problem. Listen, I'm gonna look at the schedule one more time. Hopefully we can find something in here, right? So look, they start at home, 2 games at home, Bucks and Browns, 2 road games, Falcons and Giants. Come back home before they go on the bye, face Washington. And this just looked like a setup for them just to run away with it, unless JB's Ravens can do something. So they go on the road, and that's a weird trip they got to take. They go into Baltimore, then they go into Minnesota, then they come back home and face the Rams. Then they go back on the road again to Cincinnati. Eagles come in, Falcons come in. 3-game road trip. Saints 12 and 4.
I see that, Glass.
Let's see. 3-game road trip. Cowboys, Buccaneers, Panthers. And they finish at home against the Steelers and the Panthers. I don't know about 12, Glass. I don't know, man. I can't.
I ain't asking you what you know.
Really?
I'll never go by what you saying.
Really? 12? I don't know about 12. What we said? We said Carolina was good for 10, right? Or 11?
I gave him 11.
So if Carolina's good for 10 or 11, you mean that's excluding wins over New Orleans Saints?
You guys are trying to keep up with the Saints. I'm just going to keep it. If you want to break it down to the basics,
trying to figure out what's going on.
You guys trying to keep up with the Saints.
Trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, hold on.
Okay, it's not that hard.
I want to say, could have been Breland if he passes physical. LBA said Sanchez kept getting hurt in OTAs. So he on the practice squad. By the time we play Saints, our young guys should be seasoned. I hope so. Avery says Julio isn't going to camp. Didn't say he's not playing. Well, yeah, we talked about that earlier. T-Money says 11 and 5, 12 and 4 for Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I hope Willie Snead goes off versus the Saints. 11 and 5 for the Saints. And I got them at 12 and 4. Panthers, Steelers, Panthers to end season. Won't be easy to combine with the Vikings and the Rams back to back. I think they're going to drop a couple of those games. I'm telling you, Glass. Like, you look at some of these high profile games that they're going to be in, right? Like, okay, didn't they lose to Atlanta last year? I know it was week 17. I know. I get it. But they got the Vikings, right? Who they lost to. Didn't they lose to the Vikings last year in that in dramatic fashion with
but what okay,
let me finish my deal, okay? They got the Rams coming in there, okay? They got the Rams coming in there. They got the Super Bowl champions coming in there, okay? And then they got the Panthers on the schedule, who I guarantee you the Saints will not sweep Carolina this season. They might get us one time, but that's already 5 games that they're going to lose already. So 12 and 4 is not even possible, Glass. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
JB, listen to this. You heard what he said, right?
Yeah, but it's July and it's okay.
Big Q.
Yeah.
Key Money is what? A Panthers fan?
I mean, yeah. Come on, bro.
What do you say? What did he say?
Look, I know what team.
That answers the question. What did he say?
He said 12-4. I know this.
Anwar Muhammad. What is he?
He said Anwar's Baltimore fan.
Oh,
okay,
I thought he was a Panther fan. My fault. Yeah. But still, what did he say?
He said 12-4.
So why is I'm trying to understand where you coming from.
Because you know what? They the audience. They can have their opinions. You a panelist on the show. You know, you gotta come correct, okay?
All right, my fault. My pick is 12-4. I ain't playing.
Really, JB?
Wait, JB, did you say 13-3?
That's correct. That's what I said.
Okay. Really? Yeah. Should I point this out one more time, or y'all just sat on that?
We're trying to get you into realization what's going on.
I'm just looking at the schedule, bro. And I know who they lost to last year. I'm just telling you. They lost to Atlanta. They lost to Minnesota, right? Mm-hmm. They probably going to struggle with the Rams. If I'm not mistaken, no, that was Atlanta. Okay, but they ain't faced the Rams yet, but they got to face the Rams, okay? Mm-hmm. They got to face an angry, pissed off Carolina Panthers team twice. You know what I mean? Hey, listen, I ain't saying we're gonna win. I ain't saying we're gonna sweep. I didn't say that.
Okay, all right.
I didn't say that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, and look at this Team Money. Just let me know. So he said they lost to the Vikings twice. You know what I'm saying? So they did. So come on, bro. Come on, for real.
I'm not saying it ain't happening, but we talking about ratios. Well, you rolling the dice. What you picking? Tell me what you pick.
I got 10-6 like Panthers.
I'm gonna put you on blast.
Panthers guy got 10-6, and I got 10-6 as well. And you know what? If they got to settle it in the playoffs again, I'm putting my money on the Carolina Panthers.
You really? Ooh.
Yes, I said it.
I'm gonna come see you. I'm come see you.
Oh yeah, I said it. So 10-6 a piece for Carolina and New Orleans, and if they got to sell it again in the playoffs, I got my money on my Carolina Panthers. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, JB, you got something slick you want to say about that?
If you ain't careful, Drew Brees end up going. They're gonna probably try to go on a Super Bowl run.
I mean, you know. Well, it's our job to make sure that doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Aries.
And you'll mess around and be in third place if that Julio really connect. Because you know he's going to be big, bruh. Coming from the same alma mater. If he come in happy, it's on, man. Y'all going to have a real fit with that.
Listen, you know, me praying and hoping that the other team do bad ain't really my thing. I don't really care what the other team do. It's a matter about my team performing well, which I think they in a position. Cam is in a good place mentally. I feel like, you know, the coaching staff is coming together nicely. You know, we got a nice little mix of vets and rookies coming in. You know, I think Carolina is in the category. I think the NFC South will flow through Carolina this year. I just got a feeling they will.
I want to say one more thing too because we're a little bit over. Well, actually, we're on time. We started 8 minutes late.
Right, we did. Yeah.
Anyway, I think the NFC South will be once again an interesting year in that division, and for all the teams, but more so, definitely all of them after start of week 5, or week 6, because Winston will be back. Right. But I think it's going to be competitive throughout.
Yeah, should be interesting. I'm actually, you know, a little bit more excited than I was a couple weeks ago. Because I was just, you know, not really seeing feeling the juice coming out of Carolina. But you know, with the sale of the team being final and everybody in the different, like Cam is free from the Jerry Richardson lockdown. He can cuss now on Instagram and all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guarantee by the time the season starts, he's gonna have tattoos on his arm.
Okay,
I guarantee it, right? So we in a good space. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna go to the comment section one more time before we shut it down. It says, go back up here. Panthers almost beat Saints in the playoffs with what at receiver? The Panthers receiving core is better this season. Secondary should be at least a little bit better. That's from Daniel. Panthers guy said that's the only way to roll. Q. I appreciate it. Panthers guy said can't wait. T-Money says only 3 JB. Vikings, Rams, back-to-back. Panthers, Steelers, Panthers to finish the year would be tough. And the Eagles in there too. I've been trying to tell them this. The team, they won't listen to me. Slim J is in the building. Welcome to the stream, Slim. He said they actually got Cam weapons. Anwar Muhammad says Panther secondary is very suspect, though. I agree with that as well. Daniel says I agree. Carolina will decide who wins this division. There you go, buddy. Slim J says I need to check my notifications. I don't get a ping when y'all go like, well, we kind of messed that up. That was our fault. You know what I mean? Slim J said Cam about to grow his hair out now. Aries says so having a new OC for the Panthers isn't gonna change anything. Well, yeah, you know, of course. North Turner's in the building. Come on.
Was you paying attention?
Well, he was late. Okay.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. Aries. My fault.
Yeah. So no off yet. Anyway, look, all you guys, everybody who showed up, even the ones that were late, like Slim and like Aries. Look, we know what time it is, man. Life happens. We definitely appreciate y'all coming through. We had a little snafu at the beginning. I had some stuff set up that was set up the wrong way. The on-screen chat is still not working. I got to fix that. But I'm glad I was still able to look at the chat this week. You guys are awesome, man. We definitely appreciate the support that you guys show us every year when we do this. We definitely appreciate it. Even the people who show up, and we're not talking about your teams or your divisions, y'all still show up and still show us support. We definitely appreciate it. If you ain't subscribed, Daniel Camp, LBH, and a couple of other ones that are new to the stream, go ahead and give us a subscribe, man. We definitely will appreciate it and that kind of thing. And before we get out of here, JB, Raven Shogun, man, listen, we had a good show this week. It was good. You know, it started off crazy, but it was good. Go ahead and put yourself over for everybody. Let them know what's going on with you.
Okay. Oh, hey, man. First and foremost, Glass, what's up with that new AV on your Twitter, bro?
Yeah, look at him, right? You know?
What does it mean?
It's a football skull head thing.
Yeah, football skull head, man. You know all about the skulls, man. I'm the old head around here, man.
All right. I was just like, okay. Then I saw Aries hit you with the Obama yawn.
That's
like,
you know,
it's all good.
straight up. You know.
Hey, Aries, where were you last week? But never mind. My fault. Go ahead.
All right. Listen, anyway, for everybody who Big Bro was shouting out in the comment section, I appreciate it. First time I hear a couple of y'all's names, and it's cool. I hope to hear your name on a regular basis. Got a couple of new things coming up myself. I'll make the announcement on that next Wednesday night. Beautiful. But you can always catch me here and on Twitter at Raven Shogun.
Beautifully done, beautifully done. Look, Glass, listen, we don't point people out here on Team Boyd TV Live until we point people out. Until we point them out, right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Aries, but look, Aries, ain't nothing but love, man, because we spoke during the week, so we on the level. It's all gravy. Glass, go ahead and put yourself over, let everybody know what's going on, man.
All right, man. As always, if you don't find me here on Team Boyd TV Live, you can always catch me at Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. Follow us on YouTube, Get With It Sports 2, on Twitter, at Get With It Sports, as my man talked about my avatar. It's all good. Facebook, Instagram. I'm hot on Instagram.
Yes.
I'm going to be putting something about this little conversation we had on Instagram. But anyway, Instagram, Facebook, Get With It Sports. And if you want to shoot the ish, say something, just shoot. Mm-hmm. Hit me on the email at hit me on the email, getwithitsports2, that's the number 2, at gmail.com. And we talked off fair, and for everybody likes T-Money, Slim J, it's almost that time. Next week, I will be announcing the annual Pick 'em or Shut Up League. I want everybody to go ahead and join in, and we're going to have a little twist on it this year. So it's going to be real interesting, but that'll come next week. Just follow me on my Twitter at Get With It Sports.
Beautifully done, beautifully done. Yes. So again, we want to thank everybody who came out and who continue to come out, and the people who continue to subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate it. And of course, we also doing things on the Twitch channel over there. Some other stuff coming down the pike. As soon as we get to the season, like JB was saying, I have some stuff to announce as we go along. Everybody know, of course, me and Vernie B will be back with Team Boyd TV Game Time, when we give us our weekly picks. That'll be up. The Black and Blue podcast, my Carolina Panthers podcast, will be coming back pretty soon. The closer we get to the season, the more information I can give out about that. But just make sure you subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, and also follow us over on the Twitch channel, Team Boyd TV. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Team Boyd TV if you guys want to see what we got coming down the pike. Again, I want to thank all y'all for coming out. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all next week. Take it easy. Peace. All right, football fans, the 2018 Team Boyd TV online programming campaign has begun. Team Boyd TV Live will be airing live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We also have the Team Boyd TV presents the Black and Blue podcast, which will be airing on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. We also have Team Boyd TV Game Time, which are picks for the week, which will be airing on Saturdays. Follow us on all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Also subscribe to us on Twitch for all your NFL coverage for 2018.